I was wrong in doing what I did.
No, no! No! Are you listening?
Sean here, and today we're going to be talking about Lorne's poor mother. I don't mean financially. I mean the fact that this woman is dead or dying, and she knows that this guy doesn't have any prospects or a future. When my mom was dying, she knew that I was married. I had kids. My sister was married to a good man. She had a kid. She has grandchildren now. My mom felt secure in our future, and she looked at us and saw a reflection of how she raised us. Lorne's mother is dead or dying, knowing that this piece of human garbage has no woman, is running around falling for every catfish and scam in the book, will never have any children. Now, I don't know what her real feelings are, but she is a mom, and she has to look at that as a failure. And as a parent, we feel some guilt for that. What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Should I have talked to him about this when he was younger? Now, knowing Lorne now and how absolutely stupid he is, not ignorant, stupid and arrogant, which is why he remains stupid. If Lorne was stupid and knew he was stupid, he would be close to smart, because he would at least know his limitations, know to be extra careful in these particular situations, whatever they are. But his mom is dead or dying, looking at this loser thinking, where did I go wrong? To top it all off, his siblings, whenever his nieces, nephews, anybody might see a picture lying around with him on it, they may ask, who is that guy? Who is that? And then, oh, that's Uncle Lorne. He's still back in Cornville. He's too far to drive. We can't visit him. There would be excuses everywhere. We drove to the sticks to see some of my parents' friends, to see family. We flew across country. We drove down south. We went everywhere to keep up with family, because that's how important it was to my mom and dad. Now, Lorne, he won't travel anywhere, obviously because he can't. But even if he could, he wouldn't travel. Because in his head, if he invites them and they don't come down, well, guess I did all I can. Because we know that's how he is. And I think in the long run, Lorne that'll never come to any kind of come to Jesus moment in his head. He'll never figure out that, hey, I was the one who didn't go see them. Everything I did, I can understand why they didn't come and see me. I understand that they might feel a little scared, nervous about me with my past around their children. Now, maybe when those children are over 21 or they have a boyfriend, no, you know what? I still get the feeling Lorne would go visit, and his main concern would be talking to these younger women, even though he is related to them. His younger women that are in his family, the younger women, not his younger women, because he doesn't have any women. But he'd be concerned about talking to them. And quite honestly, after the first 5 minutes, they'd be like, hey, we got to run to the store for something. Well, I'll take you. No, Uncle Lorne, we got it. No, I insist. Hey, where'd y'all go? I don't know if they'll ever reconcile. I don't know if any of the catfish women or catwish, love it. That's my cat wish, that there would be another one. I don't know if any of the catfish women, people behind them, have any information on his relationship with his siblings. He never talks about them. He never talks about his brothers, sisters, nephews, uncles, cousins, ex-roommate. He never talks about them unless it's asked of him, or unless he thinks it's going to further his clout in whatever situation he's getting in. Put it this way, my sister once kissed a dude in 8th grade. I have foggy moments like today. I'm having foggy moments. I'm having a hard time concentrating. This is during lunch today. I've got a whole bunch of messes I have to clean up that somebody else passed on to me. And this is a nice distraction. With Lorne, these distractions would become his job. He would figure out ways to make this his job, making those videos, doing whatever he was doing on YouTube. It would be a nightmare scenario for him. Imagine his family being talked about repeatedly. This guy mentioning their name over and over and over again. Someone comes across it. Hey man, is that your brother? Why is he talking about you guys like this? Why is he saying all this stuff? What's this crap? How dare you not bring him meatballs, deviled eggs, or, dear God, you forgot the macaroni and cheese. I can just see what would happen. It would consume him. It would become his life. He would have to be on at all times. He would have to control the narrative. And we've talked about Lorne. He would never take his own life because of his ego. He wouldn't be alive to control the narrative. If Lorne had his way, his ghost would haunt everyone. And he would be there, pop out of nowhere through the wall. That's not what really happened. NBC, Xavier. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he could hire Dan, and Dan could be the ghost voice. Who knows? But he would want to control the narrative. I didn't realize Lorne's health was as bad as it was. Looking at his feet, and all I can think is this guy has untreated diabetes to the moon. I don't care if he says he has treatment. He's not taking care of himself. I see guys with diabetes at work that have the little monitors, the little port. They come into work, their diabetes alarm goes off all the time. You go over and they got 3 bags of food from Hardee's or McDonald's, sweet teas. Even if Lorne knew, he wouldn't take care of himself. I don't think he's on blood pressure. I don't think he's on blood pressure medication. I don't think he's on cholesterol medication. So his mom also has to know, bringing this back, his mom also has to know that Lorne's relationship with his siblings will not be repaired. And know that her son will die. Roy can't be bothered to take care of the arrangements. He's going to be in a pauper's grave, and the one thing he's most concerned about, the thing he's afraid that's going to happen, is going to happen. Lorne Armstrong is going to be erased from this earth. No marker. It may say L. Armstrong. No one's going to want to take ownership. Then again, maybe his siblings would. Man, well, we got to at least do it. You know, he was our brother. But I don't think so. And I think his mom may know that. And I think with Roy, she sees Roy, and Roy has got women. Yeah, they may be crackheads or whatever, but he's been with women. He's around women. Roy, I don't know what he actually does, but she probably looks at Roy and says, okay, eventually he'll settle down. I know this because he's never had a problem with women. He's just got to find the right one. With Lorne, she's probably thinking he's just got to find one. Or again, maybe she's thinking, I hope he never finds one. I don't want him to ever have children. Put yourself in this situation. I know a lot of you guys are parents. So I put myself in this situation. What would happen if one of my kids ended up being a complete and total loser? Some people live with their families, live with their mom and dad. Even in their 30s, they have to come back because of the divorce or whatever. I never did. I got a place of my own, but when I came back from the Marine Corps, yes, I did. I stayed with my mom and dad for a couple months till I could get a stable job. And, well, not after I came back from the Marine Corps, I apologize. After I worked in Oregon for Intel, I came back, sorry, brain fart. I came back and stayed with them for a couple months, paid them rent. Lorne would want to stay at his mom's house, rent free. I wish somebody had a picture of Mama Gwen's house. Now, I'm not asking anybody to stalk her, and if there is one, maybe I just didn't recognize it, because Lorne's trailer seems to be the most epic thing you could photograph in Cornville. Be on the lookout for this man. Those funny riddles that were posted with the kid plus, and then the predator from the movies equals Lorne, and there was another one. It was really great. Maybe when his obituary, if there is one, hits the paper, someone will go, oh my God, that's that predator dude. Maybe he'll have a curious... No, you know what? People in this community will go. Let's be real. They're going to be at his funeral. Maybe his mom takes comfort knowing that they're going to be at his funeral, but she has to know he's talking to the catfish and these people showing up at his house. He's constantly online, fighting probation and parole, whining to her about NBC and Xavier, telling her how to live her life. Meanwhile, he's failing epically in every aspect of his. No parent can take pride in someone like that. No one can. And it hurts when you hear your parents, because they will talk about so-and-so when you're younger, talk about so-and-so was the honor graduate of something, and this so-and-so, oh, you were a guide in your platoon, you graduated as the guide and got promoted. Oh, Sean, well, that person over there, they graduated as a lance corporal because they had signed a guaranteed whatever, so when they graduate, they'll get automatically promoted. You hear stuff like that, and it shouldn't bother you, but it does, because you accomplished something that was pretty great, but it wasn't quite as much as the neighbor kid down the street, because as your parents get older, they know everything about everybody. We've talked about it. So I'm sure Lorne's mom knew about Timmy Bob down the street and his son, who ended up becoming assistant manager at SubHub or wherever it is, Burger King. Even that, compared to Lorne, would sound like he's the CEO of some kind of Fortune 500 company, because he has his own place, probably has his own car, has a significant other, and has a life. Her son doesn't have a life. You want to know that they're going to go out and experience it. I'm encouraging my daughter, go out, live life, go places, enjoy yourself, have a good time. Don't get married too early. Don't lock yourself down, because the first person you feel strong feelings for, there's a reason that you feel that strongly, because they're the first person that you've ever felt strong feelings for. You have nothing to gauge your meter by. So don't lock yourself down. And if you ever feel like you get to the point where you can't get out of a relationship, you need to figure out how to dial it back or just cut it off. I'm not saying don't get with somebody when you're younger. What I'm talking to her about is never put yourself in a situation that you can't get out of. His mom is in a situation that she can't get out of. She would have to move. They would have to leave. And I wonder sometimes if his mom doesn't leave because she's been pressured, or she feels guilty about Mr. Penis and what will happen if I leave, and I can't abandon my son, and hello, mother dear, I love you. What do you want? She would love nothing more, I'm sure, than to have her peace and quiet, to have that empty nest, to be sitting on her ass in her trailer, enjoying watching TV, not having to keep up with kids, not having to deal with drama, occasionally get a phone call from them or call when she wants, but she can't have that. She's got two little chicks with broken wings that every time they hop out of the nest, they don't get very far, and they come crawling back, or they stay just close enough where she can hear their wounded cries all the time. I think that's a good analogy. I just think that Mama Gwen is not going to go to the grave with any kind of hope for this guy, with any kind of love in her heart of the job that she's done, of how she's done it, of the empowerment, of anything that she's passed on to this certified douchebag. The shame she felt when he got busted. Then again, she may have not felt any. She may have just been like, it's the best thing for you. Or, I saw that coming a mile away. But her siblings, or his siblings, would talk to her about it. Aunts, uncles, they would probably bring it up, and I don't want to talk about that shit. I just genuinely don't know how she feels, but I know as a parent, I would not enjoy any of that at all. I would never, ever want to have that situation occur in my family. I just don't understand it. I know a lot of you guys, I know you say you don't understand it, but I do. So, God, this guy. How many times did he probably go to his mom and say, Mom, I got this great prospect, like when he thought he got that job, when he got called in to do an interview, when he thought he was going to be filthy rich, and he was laughing and jumping up and down, and he was in a manic phase, and he wasn't thinking about anything. He only listened to what he wanted to hear. I've had that happen, where I was really high on a job when I was younger. Oh, I think I got this. This is great. They were really happy with me. And I didn't get it. I'm glad I didn't get it, because looking back at all the requirements, 24/7 on call and being the only person for this big company, no thanks. But at the time, I was devastated because I had built it up so much in my head that this was going to happen. Say a music producer came up to you. You're pretty good. Send me a demo tape, we'll listen to it. Oh, they want my demo. You send a demo in, you never hear anything back. So you spend, if you're Lorne, 100 years trying to get them to respond, trying to get them to answer you. I thought we had something special, this explains his deal with women, why he thinks you mentioned that this might be a possibility. So I took it as it was going to be a definite. And I think Lorne tells his mom all these possibilities as if they're definites. And he knows he disappoints his mom over and over and over again. But the sad thing is, that doesn't disappoint him, that he can't make his mom proud. Oh, it's gonna turn around, Mom. There are some things changing about me. It's just calm and slow. And I'm sure he tells his mom, I don't want you to lose faith in me, okay? I'm gonna make you proud, Mom. Finally, as a parent, you know your time is coming, cancer or whatever. Like my mom, she got all of her affairs in order, sewed up all loose ends, picked her stuff out, paid for her own thing, planned her memorial service, died with absolute dignity and respect. And I looked at that and I said, I don't know how you did it. My sister was having troubles at the time, but my mom was still proud of her because everything she had been through, everything that Lorne's been through, he hasn't come out of it any better than he was. He's actually worse. I don't know if it's some kind of, I'm going to keep going till I get one right. When I finally get that one right, I can say, ha ha, like the job. Ha ha, I told y'all, I'm not stupid. This wasn't a catfish. It was real. But his mom knows it'll never happen, and that her idiot son keeps talking to random people who show up at his house. He has no friends, nobody around him that loves him, not even Roy. So I can say without a shadow of a doubt that as his mom's on her deathbed, if she hasn't died already, one of her thoughts is going to be, I worry about him. He's not going to be okay. It may be her last thought. I hope somebody fixes him so he can have some kind of life. But he never will. And fuck you, Lorne Armstrong, for terrorizing your mother and everybody you've known over the years. You're a piece of shit. You will never change. Fuck you. We all hate you, and you can go piss up a rope. I love you guys, unless your name is Lorne. I will see you in the next one.
Hang on, I can't even catch my breath. Hang on.
Why?